So what if I said you can buy yourself a speaker that's more affordable than anything else by at least half? You'd probably think that it's not reliable, it's not dependable, it can't be any good. Well, I'm going to tell you that right now, that is completely wrong. It turns out right now you can now buy a very reliable, robust speaker that's going to be able to do a job for you professionally, or have something for your garage band or for your rec room, or maybe if you have a house of worship and you're looking to entertain 50 to 100 people. This is going to be a speaker that can do that and can do it, again, I'm going to say for half the price. Most manufacturers try and come out with a reasonably priced speaker, and then it just gets away from them. Before you know it, you have a speaker that's half as good as anything else they make, and it costs just a little bit less. And they say, well, it's manufacturing, it's shipping, it's production, all these things. Well, I'm going to tell you that Harbinger right here, and that's what we've got, is a V1112. Now, this is part of a company that's got a $54 billion market cap, $7.5 billion of annual sales. They have the ability to go to the manufacturers, design a product in-house with themselves, and go work with them to come out with a product that's this good and works this well. And then they push them in. We need the price. We need to get the value added, because that's what it's all about. They deal with customers every day. They deal with people like you, people like me, and they know what everybody wants. They want to have a great, affordable option, but they still want great reliability. Now, of course, if you need something for 250 people or 300 people, you're going to have to look at something else. But if you're looking for performance, reliability, and the right features, so this way you can run it with your mixer or maybe just straight via Bluetooth, you can do it with this speaker right here. You can also plug a microphone into it if you just need that. And we're going to cover all of that in this video. We're going to show you how to hook it all up, how easy it works, and then afterwards we're going to have a listen to it and see how good it sounds. I'll give you the pros and cons of buying this speaker versus some of the other ones to help you make a buying decision. Well, I hope this video helps you out today. My name's Robin, this is Expert Island, and this is what we do. So let's start with the actual overall look of the speaker. It does fit in with the rest of their series, with the front grille having that proper, nice contour look to it. I really like this overall effect because it does a couple of things. It does help reduce the amount of vibration and distorted sound that you may get from a speaker grille. Also, it allows them to put in that nice diffuser on the back side of it, which gives us good looking speakers. I mean, come on, it's got to not just sound good, it's got to look good. And that's exactly what's going on here. You've got that diffuser that's connected right to the actual metal mesh of the screen here in the front, and that's going to give us good transition. Again, these are things that you sometimes don't see on speakers of this price value. That is part of what's going on here. And again, without it not being completely flat across, we're not going to get that bad vibration out of the speaker. Now, it tucks in really nice and it comes around to the side. When you get to the side of the speaker, you're going to notice a couple of things. One, they've really taken a lot of effort into this new design that we've seen from a couple of other manufacturers, where they've reduced the speaker size because we don't need it to be as big. So it's down to 12 inches from the front to the back, plus that extra 1.5 inches here, which is more for the handles and placement and allowing the speaker to mount properly if we want to do that. But again, this also acts as a protector to everything in the back, because now this is what's going to hit the bottom of your trunk, not the actual amp plate. So many of them, you got to protect it. You can't lay it down perfectly on the back because you're worried about this happening. This is one of these great ways of having this push out further than the amp plate. Again, nice little thing. Now, the curves that they placed here, I've come to basically see this as a better way to engineer this box again to be lighter weight, better for manufacturing purposes, and also giving us a very stiff, strong box so we can reproduce the sound without having a lot of what they call cob effect. That's where the box starts to create this plasticky sound out of it. It's not going to happen because of the design. So many companies just make it thicker, trying to emulate wood. That never works. Design is what's going to get you out of trouble here, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Now, I do like how they put the handle recessed in
not on just one side. So many speaker companies today just put that handle on one side. It's on both sides. Now again, the back side is just open plastic, which doesn't really bother me, and it's something you do know is different here than you see on others. But again, these are the little things that allow them to add to value. So a lot of companies may figure out, hey, we can do this and make our product more affordable, but then lose it somewhere else. Now again, their amp plate, it's a very good amplifier. It's 600 watts peak. That means 150. That means it's going to sound half as loud as their 3400, which is again half as loud as their 44. But again, proportionally in price, this is dramatically less. So again, if you're going to use it for a live venue, for the spoken word, or maybe you are going to have a lecture with the actual unit, that's really good. If you're playing it for background music, that works out really good. If you're doing it for runway work, that sort of thing, where there's announcements, background music, that sort of thing, you're not trying to create a dance floor, nightclub effect, DJing, blah, blah, blah with it. Though that'll work on a small scale, that's not primarily what you're going to buy it for. If you're a performer, if you're going to be playing a guitar on it, or you're going to play any other instrument, or singing through it, you can do all of that with this. And again, 2 of these speakers in a comfortable, relaxed setting of 100 people, this can pull it off for you. Now, if it gets louder and crowded and there's a lot of background noise, you're going to have to upgrade, but that's the whole thing. But the other added feature here is that these make great side fill speakers and great monitors for those live shows. Now that we've taken a tour around the box, this is what I'm going to tell you. It's 34 pounds. Amazingly light. Not too light. It's still got some weight and oomph to it. Acoustically, it has the sound and feel of the 2300. So if you've had the 2300, the V2300 series, it's got that feel to it and it's got that weight to it. So you're definitely going to have that sort of sound to it. The different things are when you do upgrade, you are going to improve on the tweeter and you're going to improve on the driver. Again, those are just newer technology that costs more that they put in the other speakers. But again, it doesn't take away from this, because here we're purposely building a speaker that's going to cost half what the cheapest speaker out there is right now on a commercial level. So that's very, very important. Another big thing, and I don't mention this enough, is that this has all the proper safety certificates. A lot of times we look at a lot of manufacturers and they do not, in this price range or even closest price range, taking the time to get all the proper North American certificates. That is going to be an equivalent UL and FCC certificate on the back of the speaker. This absolutely has that. And of course, this has a beautiful warranty. So one more thing that I do like is they do go out of their way to put this little sticker. So if you're going into the store and you want to listen to this in person, get down to a Guitar Center and you're going to be able to listen to this. You basically can try it out, have yourself paired off to your phone, something that you're used to playing, and you can do that. Now again, because of the price, I recommend you get 2 of these. I recommend you get 2 of these and a subwoofer. That would probably be a great way to go. All right, so let's take a look at what we've done here. So we've hooked up both speakers now to our demo actual tables. This is where we're going to be setting up our speakers from now on. We've got the actual ribbon microphone, the MPM 3500R, set up in front of it. And we have the speakers running through a mixer off on the bottom, which brings it all the way back to our main console board, which I'll show you in a second. But here's our second speaker. Now the speakers are set at 50%, so you're going to hear the natural hiss of the speaker, that sort of thing. We're not taking away from any of that. And we're not going to be adding any compressors or filters or anything to the sound we're going to get from today's recording. Now I'll show you where the console mixer is located and how all of this works. So here's the console mixer that we're going to be using today. It's a Mackie, and that's the actual music play track that we're going to be running through it. It comes through here, makes its way all the way over there to those speakers, and then it's going to be recorded on the computer that's on the desk. That audio track is going to then get added to this video. So we're going to film off of this GoPro right to the side here. And there you go. All of this will be yours. In about 2 minutes, we'll have this whole thing done. Again, this is a sample of music. Gives an idea of what the speakers sound like. Of course, you can play all types of music that you'd like to have on it.
But we know it's more than that. It's like we've always known, been set in stone, unbreakable. Don't overdrink it. If you find love, don't overthink it. Just find yourself a good one, and don't you let it go.
remember not to forget, you can subscribe, you can hit that like button, you can comment down below at any point in time. So here we have both speakers turned around, ready to go. Now you're going to see that we have a single input on top, which is a combo jack. That is going to be your XLR and 1/4 inch. So there's a big hole for the 1/4 inch cable, and then you have the 3 pins for the XLR. This allows both of them to be in the same place. Then we're going to have one output jack on the outside here. On the bottom, you have a second input, which is going to be 3.5 for an analog input, or we can use Bluetooth to actually connect to our phone or tablet or whatever we have, or maybe our laptop, right? Now, this can be connected via the mixed out to the second speaker. So what we're going to do is take advantage of taking this as our main speaker and then hooking up our second one from it. We're going to use one XLR cable, just like this guy here, and we're going to use the mixed out here. So that means the left and right is being picked up in this speaker here, and then we're going to send it out to the second speaker. Now we're going to use the input right on the other side, and we're going to plug right into there, and now we've connected both speakers. So at this point, we're ready to turn the speakers on. We don't want to have any clicking or popping sounds in our second speaker, so you always start, and this is with all your gear, so regardless if you're buying a Harbinger or any other brand and you plan on hooking it up, always find the original piece of equipment you started hooking things up from, then turn that on. So in this case, just the speaker, this guy goes on first. Then we come across to the second speaker and we turn this one on. This means that if there's any surging or popping coming off of this guy as it powers up, it won't affect the sound in this speaker here. This way, they'll always sound smooth, they'll always power up nicely. Now you notice now the two speakers are hooked up. This is called mixed stereo. So it's basically mono in both. So we've taken the left and right and combined it in here, and we've sent it out to the speaker. And this cable can be as long as it needs to be. Now the second way to hook this up is going to be via the mixer. Now the mixer is going to give you a lot of added benefits to using it. It's going to give you the ability to run this in stereo, so we'll have a left and right speaker, and we'll also be able to hook up more equipment to it and take advantage of some other features that we may want to have. Like in this case, this mixer has compressors on it, big advantage. We have panning and monitor options. We can do a lot more with having a mixer. So the advantage of this speaker is that's another easy task. We're simply going to plug our left and right out of our mixer, follow our left and right up to the speaker, plug that into line 1 and line 2. Now, depending on your environment, you're going to make a decision on how much gain you're going to give these speakers. Normally, what you want to do is get your music playing first on your actual mixer to a full unity, get all that audio completely uncompressed inside of here. So we're getting a good signal. We're looking at a dynamic signal of about 0 or unity on the mixer. And then we start adjusting our speaker levels accordingly for the rooms. Normally you're going to start from 0, you're going to bring it up to about 25% for testing purposes, and then increase it as necessary. Now this brings us to another feature on the back of the speaker that we want to pay attention to, and that is the fact that these speakers have a mic and a line input. So if I want to use the speaker as just a speaker on its own, or maybe I'm planning to hook up the second one, I can do that, and I plan on using it with a microphone directly into it for announcements, PA, addressing, that sort of thing. Well, I'll slide it over to mic, grab my microphone, which happens to have an X-Vibe wireless adapter on it, which is very cool because this is basically a wireless XLR cable from X-Vibe. It can be used for either using it on a microphone, or I can go speaker to speaker. So in this case, I'm going to be using it to power up the microphone directly wirelessly to the speaker. So I'm going to plug that into my first input, just like that. And now I've connected. Now it's also important to have that in the mic input, so this way everything lines up properly for impedance and gain controls. So this way we have good quality sound. Everything else besides a microphone is a line input. So if you're wondering, is it a line or a mic? Is it a mic? It's a mic. Well, it's a mic. If it's anything else, it's not a mic. Now that you've done that and you have the microphone set up on your first speaker, if you wanted to, you can actually get yourself a second set of a product, an X-Vibe, and that allows you to even carry on the wireless signal to the second one. So again, all these links will be down below. I know we're really talking about today's speaker, but I really thought you'd have a chance to take a look at this. Now, this is very important. This is going to be line input because I'm coming mixed out into my second speaker. So I'm going to make sure this stays in line. So of course, microphone being plugged in here. So this is a mic. This is going to be a line input over here. So this is going to be a line. Plug that into there. and you've done it. You have a complete wireless system, microphone directly plugged in, second speaker can be like 75 feet away from the main speaker, and we're all gonna be able to run that off of one wireless microphone. No mixer, nothing else, just a whole bunch of wireless fun gear plugged in, doing the whole job for you. Now remember, even if you're planning on using Bluetooth, you're gonna pair off to the first speaker, and you're still gonna need to run that XLR cable off to the second speaker or use a wireless system such as the X5. So unlike all speakers, you can certainly turn up the gain as needed. Remember, once it starts to sound bad, it's like squealing your tires in your car. It's going to be bad. You're going to start damaging it. So you definitely want to go as high as you can without having that distortion. That's the fluttering, the high pitch, that sort of thing, or the bass is real loose and rattly. As soon as it doesn't sound good, you're doing damage. So you want to start backing off of that, because it's like, again, squealing your tires. It may be fun for a while. You may get a little bit more speed out of it and a lot of excitement, but you're doing a lot of damage to those tires and you're going to have to replace them. Just like you're either going to do damage to the amplifier or damage to the speaker. So one setup may allow you to get yourself, depending on the type of music you're playing, up to 75%, 80%. Another type of music, another type of setup might only get you up to 50%. Doesn't mean you've changed the overall volume. It's just how much input you're getting into the speaker versus what's going to come out the front. So if I have more input, well, I don't need to turn it up as much to get these speakers to full maximum power.
So, well, there we go. I certainly hope that all worked out for you today. Now, remember, all these products are available through our links down below. That's what supports this channel. Of course, if you want to go shop for them in person, you're going to be doing that at Guitar Center. So by all means, we've been talking about the V1112, their brand new series of speakers, going to fill that niche. Now, check the price. I'm going to throw it on the thumbnails to get you, watch the videos like, what? But take a look down below. That's going to get you up-to-date real pricing, because of course these things change, could go up, could go down. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that. Again, I hope this video helped you out. I really like the sound of these speakers, especially if you're looking for a small workhorse system for, like I said, all types of stuff, for stage monitors, for even mains in small, setups, and also anywhere at home, backyard, garage, your karaoke system. I don't care what you're thinking. This is definitely what you're looking for. You can buy an all-purpose party speaker, but those things are not meant to be workhorses. Those things are meant to like show off, do their thing, and that's it. If you're looking for a performance-oriented, long-working, long-lasting type of speaker, this is what you're looking for. So again, you can have a full listen to it in store or check the links down below. Like I say, thank you very much again. My name is Robin. You've been watching Expert Island. Hope to see you in the next video.